This footballer was the most in-demand player in non-league. But what was he doing to attract the attention of Football League clubs? Conn-Clarke was named National League Player of the Year, scoring 23 goals and assisting a further 12. But it's been a long journey for the 22-year-old. Chris, what was it like for a young aspiring footballer growing up in Northern Ireland?
It was tough. Obviously, my area was quite rough, but football got me out of that, to be fair. Joined my local team when I think it was 9, called Immaculata, who had great coaches and just got the younger generation to stop violence and that. So yeah, I got out of it and started playing football and loved it.
When did you realise that you were pretty good?
Probably my first session, to be honest. I would always kick the ball in the street and skim people on the street and try and hit stuff on the street. But yeah, that first session I knew, I loved it. I was always first in training, always last to leave. I just loved being on the pitch.
Is it tough to get scouted?
Yeah, it's tough, but if you're good enough, obviously people are going to talk about you. There was actually a Liverpool setup with all Northern Ireland kids, and Liverpool coaches came over from Liverpool to watch us train sometimes. So that's where I actually got picked up. Went on trial at Liverpool a few times, didn't get a contract, but then we moved on they passed my name on to Burnley, and that's when I signed for Burnley.
Did you always have aspirations of moving to England to play football?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, growing up, I was a United fan. Always wanted to play in the Prem, still want to play in the Prem, so yeah, always wanted to move to England.
The Northern Irishman signed a 2-year scholarship at Premier League Burnley in 2018, which meant the tricky footballer had to move to England at 17 years old to chase his dream.
It has to be done, isn't it, if you want to make a career of yourself? Obviously, I loved it. It was tough, obviously, being in a new environment and being the only Irish kid there. It was tough to get involved, but now I made some friends for life there, and still speak to them nowadays. Obviously, I love Belfast, but sometimes it brings the worst out in people, to be fair. But it's got a lot better nowadays. But when I went to England, I knew this was the place for me.
What was the difference between senior football with Glentoran and academy football with Burnley?
Men's football is completely different from academy football. I remember one of my first games, someone come in at half-time, get gripped up, and I'm just sitting there, 16, 15-year-old, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then you go into academy football and you're learning a lot more, and every day it's like going to school, you're getting taught and you're learning new things every day. So yeah, that's the difference.
And you went on loan to Chorley for work experience. What's work experience like in non-league?
Yeah, it is an experience at that. Obviously I didn't play much football there, but just being around men, obviously in the changing room, and just getting the feel for what it's like going into first team football. It was a good experience. Obviously I wish my playing time was a lot longer, but yeah, the experience off the pitch and just being around that man environment is very good for young players.
What did you make of the non-league setup?
Obviously I've played a few years in it now. Chorley, there's very good players there, and there is money to be made in non-league. And obviously I went to Altrincham and loved it. It was the place for me. They believed in me and they gave me a platform to play on.
When you left Burnley and signed for Fleetwood, did you feel like this was an opportunity for you to kick on in the EFL?
I wasn't really set on being right, I'm going to go and play first team now. I still learning the trade. But then I was just trying to, obviously there was a few Irish boys. I was trying to just get my confidence up and get closer to the first team environment. Obviously I didn't feel there was a pathway into Burnley's first team for me, so took the step down to Fleetwood and enjoyed it there, but obviously I didn't get a chance either. So
how do you deal with that mentally?
It's just me, isn't it? It's just, if you can't, then you're going to be in the wrong game. There's more downs and ups, and when you get the ups, you don't get too up, and when you get the downs, you don't get too down. You just keep a level head and just you have an ambition and an aim of where to get to, and everyone has a different journey. So I'll get there one day.
Do you remember your EFL debut?
Yeah, Cambridge away.
How was it?
I think I only played 15 minutes, and I think the first time I got the ball, I could hear the Cambridge fans behind me giving me dog's abuse, calling me small, and I'm like, oh my days, I've only just came on. But yeah, it was good. I didn't kick on from them, but hopefully I do with Peterborough.
What was your first experience when you walked out and you saw probably more fans than you've ever played in front of before? Do you feel that? Do you take that on board?
I feel like the first time stepping on, you're getting used to it, but when you're playing it every week, you just block the noise out. But that first few times, it was oh my days, I'm gonna have to do this every week. But now you just block it out. You're used to it, so it is hard when you're younger. But now I'm used to it.
During his time at Fleetwood Town, Cricky, as he's known to his teammates, went on loan to National League side Altrincham for the first time and scored 9 goals in 28 appearances. As a result, Fleetwood rewarded him with a new long-term contract. But the promising talent was sent out on loan again to the Cod's sister club, Waterford, before being recalled early to sign permanently for Altrincham.
Well, me and my missus, we talk about it all the time. We had like 6-7 house moves in the space of a year. Like, obviously having 2 kids, so always moving and not knowing where you're going to be it's tough, like, but it's what you have to do as a footballer. But moving down to Altrincham for me was a no-brainer. I went on loan the year before, loved it, had a few goals. And then I knew this was my platform and I was going to play every week, and I had a manager and coaches who believed in me, and that's all I needed. So yeah, I was glad I took the step down.
How big is it for players to get that support from the managers and the fans, and you know that you're going to be playing week in, week out?
Every player is different, but for me it's massive. If someone believes in me and shows a love and trust for me, then I'll do anything for them. I'll run, I'll score goals and I'll assist, and I'll try my best for the manager at the time. Like.
And how important was that consistency? Because you were absolutely flourishing last season as well.
Yeah, even my very first loan spell, I went in and I think the first 15 games only scored 1 goal, and obviously I was only getting used to playing every week because of Fleetwood. I wouldn't play every week, and then the manager just kept playing me, and I was like, right, next week I'm getting dropped, next week I'm getting dropped, and then he just kept playing me. So I thought, I'm in the team now, and I'm just going, and then that's when I just started performing. People always say there was pressure. I feel like the players around me and the coaches never put pressure on me, to be fair. Like, obviously I'm young. Young players don't really play with much pressure. But now I didn't feel like I had the world on my shoulders or anything, and I felt like I just went out and just expressed myself. Even the fans, sometimes in games I'll go missing and the fans will still believe in me to score goals, so the fans are a big help as well.
Last season, Altrincham's record signing produced some incredible numbers in the National League, scoring 23 goals and assisting a further 12, which will no doubt go down as Cricky's best season as a professional footballer.
100%. Loved every second. Obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it, getting beaten in the playoffs to a good Brumley side, but I loved it every second.
Did you feel like Altrincham was a place that you could really showcase your talents?
Yeah, 100%. As I said, the manager, Phil Parkinson, and the coach, Neil Sorvell, two unbelievable men outside of football. But on the pitch, they're wonderful to work with, and yeah, can't speak highly enough of them. Like.
When you score so many goals, your name does get thrown about in the EFL. Did you hear about the noise?
Yeah, you can hear about it on social media nowadays. It's hard to hide from it, isn't it? But I have a good, people around me, my family, my girlfriend, they always keep me level-headed. So I'll come in, score a few goals, and I'm still doing the kids' dinners and still doing the washing and the hanging up. So yeah, I'll always keep a level head. Like.
Did you find non-league easy?
Nah, definitely not. Like, obviously my stats are very good, but it was tough to get involved, get settled in the end. And obviously I know how good I am, and I know I'm probably better than that level, but it wasn't easy at all, no.
And they were full-time, weren't they?
Yeah, they just went full-time the year I joined, yeah. So that's another thing, that was a big step for them, and so to get in the playoffs second year full-time just shows how good the club's run, like.
At the start of that season, did you have in mind a number of goals and assists that you wanted to achieve? And I presume that you achieved it and some.
Yeah, so me and my girlfriend at the year set 3 goals, and it was to get 15 goals and I think it was 10 assists, and to get Young Player of the Year for Altrincham, and I achieved them goals, so I was happy in the end.
And National League Player of the Year is a great achievement as well.
Yeah, we didn't add that one. To be fair, when I went to the award ceremony and I didn't know I was won it yet, and then when I realised I won it, I was chuffed, I was buzzing with it.
After last season, Chris became the most in-demand player in non-league, with plenty of Football League clubs sniffing around for his signature. So why did the Northern Irishman choose Peterborough United?
Their stats, the way they move players on. Barry Fry always says to me, you come here and I'll make you a millionaire. So as soon as he said that, I was like, yeah, yes, please. But the gaffer, the way they play, it just suits me to a T. Obviously, I said they're the players they've got from non-league. Conn-Clarke just went on to Coventry. There's loads more. Ronnie as well, he's just went to the Prem League. So there's loads of players to bring up. They've brought in Hazy and George, who are 2 quality players as well. But just like the first few weeks of training, I've learned so much. Just the way his sessions are, it's so intense. So he puts belief in technical players, and that's what I need. So it was a no-brainer coming here. Like,
What's the biggest difference between non-league full-time, Peterborough full-time?
just the information. Gaffer always says to me, concentration. Sometimes when it may be too easy and you're just like giving the easy passes away, and then it's just that concentration, and then obviously the training intensity every day is just, it's just sky high compared to like your non-league level. And you can get away with it a bit in non-league, but here you have coaches and the gaffer shouting at you to not be lazy, so you have to be on it every day. Like.
And he showed his belief in you because you've got a 3-year contract, so you know this is going to be your home now for the foreseeable, and you can really build on what you've already achieved.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I've just said I'm learning my trade, so I've got 3 years to learn it, and impress the gaffer and hopefully be playing every week. Yeah.
You impressed a few people out there today, because I've got on camera some of your finishes. That last session, you're absolutely on fire.
Yeah. The season isn't starting yet. Starts in 2 weeks, so I'll have to do everything I can to get in that starting 11. And hopefully he was watching out there, and hopefully I'm impressed enough.
Peterborough kick off their League One campaign here at the Western Home Stadium against Huddersfield. So what does Cricky think of his new home ground? And walking out in front of the posh fans for the very first time.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? And I've done a signing event that obviously all the kids in today, and the fans, they feel so passionate. I feel like they're passionate about the club, and I can't wait to walk out and hear them all sing.
Obviously you've been capped for Northern Ireland at younger levels. Do you think now with more eyes on the EFL, you can have a real opportunity of becoming a senior international?
Yeah, 100%. It's every young kid's dream to play for the country, isn't it? The next Euros is being held also in the UK, isn't it? So I think Northern Ireland automatically qualify. So we were saying that maybe playing the next Euros, you never know. So hopefully I get my game time here and I can impress the first team gaffer there.
What can fans expect to see from you on this pitch?
Just a street player, like just that Belfast kid, street player will never come out of me. I'll try my best, I'll impress and try and get goals and assists. Them first few years playing on the pitch and on the streets is where I've learned most of my stuff. Like, obviously you've seen me in them small-sided games, and that's where I feel like I'm best in tight areas and creating and scoring opportunities.
When you sign for a new club, there's always an initiation. Have you had to do one yet?
Yeah, I've done one.
What did you do?
I sung a song by T-Pain.
Which one?
It's like a rap singy song, R&B type of tune.
I know T-Pain. Which
yeah,
ones?
I'm not singing it.
I'm not asking you to sing it. What's the song?
Have you heard the mashup one?
Nah. I remember buy you a drink.
It goes, baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink.
Yeah, it's called buy you a drink. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one. And you did sing it for us.
Nah, I have a voice of an angel.
How have the lads taken to you in the group? Because the banter seems pretty good as well.
Nah, the lads they're unbelievable. As soon as I came in, I fitted in well. We went away to Spain and had a good time as well. So all the lads are brilliant, to be fair.
And what are your aims for next season? Are you thinking about the numbers yet? Have you worked out? Have you spoken to your girlfriend?
No, I haven't worked out my numbers yet. For me, it's just, I'm still young, still 22, so this will be my first season where I feel like I'm a first team player in League One, so I just want to get used to it and get as much game time as I can, to be fair.
What's the biggest thing you're looking forward to?
First game of the season. Hopefully score the winner or something like that, and just get the run to the fans and do a big knee slide or something. That would be a dream come true. Like,
Thanks for your time, mate. Man. All the best.
Cheers.